What is your take from hearing clients, working with clients on where the real estate market is and where it's headed?
I think it's back.
It's back.
I think it's back. I think it's moving. I think there's some people that are complaining that it's not easy, but I think it's great. I have clients doing deals like crazy right now, and it's just going to separate who's the best.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying is like there's always deals.
There's always deals.
There's always opportunity, and this is the way to weed out the maybes from the actual legit people, like the pretenders and the reality people, like the good ones.
And it's all mindset.
It's all
mindset. It's like, if you believe the market sucks, well, that's what you'll experience. If you believe there's a deal, then that's what you'll find.
Right. And the mindset and alignment.
100%.
And once you get the alignment, you'll find the success.
Yeah. Like I've had clients I have one client that I'm coaching. I've coached him. He had a brokerage, and he was, and he was making, he's a 7-figure earner, or probably mid 7-figure net worth, and he thought the brokerage was going to go under. He started working with me, and then like it took me 3 months of coaching to get him out of reaction, just like, oh my God, what's going on? And literally the next call, he's like, I'm feeling good, Jason. Okay, great. Next call, he's like, I just found a new pillar of the business with a 7-figure revenue stream.
Wow.
Was losing $80K a month. And he's like, and we just got a deal with $500K commission to the brokerage.
Wow.
Another one of my clients I was working with is he does, he's a really smart guy. He does, one of the smartest guys I know. He does hotel conversions to apartments.
Yeah.
And he's went up to, and he's raised like 20 million, and he started working with me, and now he's got connected to a really wealthy family office that hired him, relocated his family. And like, so just, I unlock people. That's what I do.
And how long does the unlocking take? I mean, everybody's probably different, but you just alluded to it took 90 days to peel back that first pain point for that.
It is surprisingly short.
Okay.
It's like 90 days.
90 days.
Yeah.
And for somebody that's listening to this going like, I want to start this journey, but I'm a little skeptical. Like I'm sure most people are a little skeptical of it. Besides your book, what books out there exist that people should read?
I don't read a lot of books.
Podcasts.
Don't read a lot of podcasts. And I there's a very specific reason I don't digest a lot of content. I'm reading a lot of fiction books right now, actually. But the reason why I don't digest a lot of external content is because it affects my flow of content. And my content is still evolving and constantly going. And when I get somebody else's, I start putting theirs into it.
Which slows you down, like gunks up the wheels a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. But the books like that have been game changers on my life was Rich Dad, Poor Dad in 2001 that made me crazy. Conversations with God by Neil Donald Walsh. Then what was that book by Michael? Journey of Souls, Newton. So those books really shaped Four Agreements. The Alchemist.
The Alchemist is one of the best.
Love that book.
That's a great book.
Yeah.
It's so powerful.
Yeah.
But it's also a fun read.
It is fun. And I started reading fiction books because it's just like, and I'm telling my clients, I'm reading this, like, what did you read for fun?
Yeah.
Me and my son Dash, we like listen to audiobooks. There's a book called Expeditionary Force about this like space war. It's like so fun. And I took him to see AC/DC in Dallas last week, and we listened in the car. It was like so much fun.
And does like that become an outlet for you to like unplug and tap into creativity? Does that just become a place of joy for you, a place of curiosity?
Well, it makes me stop working because otherwise it's just all work.
Because you're addicted to it?
Yeah, well, because I couldn't stop.
You couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Do you think you got into the work because you were running from something or chasing something?
A little of both.
And do you think it's still a little bit of both?
I think this past year has really stripped down what I was running away from. Like this whole process of I think that's probably the best way to sum up what happened to me over the past 8 months. And I look back now, and the divorce and the business going through the cycle it did, when I thought I was losing everything, was like getting rid of everything that doesn't belong, and basically stop running from what you were running from instead of sit in it and own it.
What were you running from?
Scarcity, fear, failure.
Things that show up for everybody. And so like even as a coach who's done all this work, like so much work on yourself, so much work with and for others, you still wrestle with those things.
Oh, I've belief changed fear of failure so many times, and it's just part of being human.
It's just a constant evolution.
Some people will break free from it, but certain patterns are just part of your personality and your journey. They just never go away.
Do you think this journey of like evolution and next step, like you ever arrive, or is the actual destination the journey?
Yeah, we're climbing the example I like to use is we're climbing a never-ending staircase. So you can run through this section if you want. And if you, and the next section is metal steps with no handrail and they're covered with ice. So if you try to run fast through that section, you're going to go really slow. And that's why I always tell clients, if you want to go faster, you savor the process, because rushing is trying to skip part of the process.
So slowing down and savoring it is actually a way to get through it faster.
Yes. Because when does time fly?
Yeah.
When you're on vacation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. When you're savoring.
Because rushing doesn't work, especially in business, because rushing, you're trying to skip a part of the process. And it's, yeah.
So what you're saying is the destination is the journey.
100%. It is the journey. Yep.
Do you ever find discomfort in that? Like annoyance and like, I'm running so hard, I'm chasing so hard, like for what? Like, where am I going?
Yes. I'm trying to adopt the fuck it mentality, but like I am human, you do want to break. And what I've realized lately is that when life loads you up and you're like, can I get a break? They're like, here's a double helping, So I'm like, but then I go back to, if your path is harder than everyone else around you, it's because you're supposed to be greater than everyone else around you, or you have a role.